Good people, good people, good people. It may be bad people. You know which one you are. We back. Another episode. Monarchs of Wrestling. Monday night. Your boy Cool McCain. And I'm joined as always by the other half of the monarchy. My man, the Playmaker. Playmaker, what up?
What's up? Moves are being made. Hope y'all know that. We told y'all at some point in time, you're going to start seeing some moves being made. One of those moves is for the first time. You can also catch this episode and future episodes going forward on the Playmakers Ball Network YouTube channel.
Let's go. January 27th, 2025. We officially made it to the big time. We now on the Playmakers blog. We weren't there before, but we there now.
I specifically was saving it for this moment.
Okay.
Because now, beginning this week, we are on the road to WrestleMania.
Yep. This is factual information. You know, by the way, it's wrestling related, but it's not. Eagles fan tweeted Cody Rhodes, and the Eagles at Philadelphia Eagles at Cody Rhodes finished the story. Cody liked the tweet. Eagles, we need to finish the story.
Congratulations to the Eagles making it to New Orleans for the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a couple of comments here.
For those of y'all who want to know, I'm picking the Eagles. Just to let y'all know, I'm picking the Eagles. I ain't even care. I ain't even matter who won the AFC. I was picking the Eagles anyway because I specifically gave my brother a favor to do.
Yes, he did. All right, so a couple of comments here. So our sometimes co-host, Miss Yolanda Williams, says hello. Hello, Yolanda. She also gives us a call out. You know what I'm saying? This is when you know that people treat you like family. She didn't call us both out talking about we be on CP time, which we were tonight. This is true. Yeah, technically, it was me that was on CP time. There's just a lot going on with your boy, and my time management was not A1 or on par tonight, but it's all good. So that's really directed mainly at me. Okay, I'm going on that one. Daniel Berry says, "Yo, what's up, Daniel Berry? Appreciate you tuning in as well." So, hey, y'all, we on and popping. Ain't nothing to do but to get into it. We got a couple of things to cover with WWE, so we gonna move through the TNA, AEW, so we can have that time for WWE. But I do want to say one thing, even before we get to AEW, we hurt people. People got hurt. We'll get to that. TNA. All right. So as we talked about last week, our man Joseph Henry, Mr. Joe Hendry himself. I said Henry, but I meant to say Hendry. Joseph Hendry did officially have his first episode of TNA Impact as world champion. Now, I want to tell y'all this. If you're going back and looking for results and stuff for TNA, just remember they take multiple shows. So make sure you look at the ones for only that week, unless you want to go ahead and find out what happened for like a month at a time, because they can get you caught slipping. I don't think it's intentionally on purpose, but they take like a month worth of shows at a time. So we already have the first challenger lined up for Joe Hendry, and that's Matt Cardona. Cardona and Hendry, they're going to face in the main event for the TNA Impact World Champion. It's funny that he'll go for the world champion, but he don't want no parts of Moose.
The wife he got go, and Matt was like, "Oh, I think I need to bring some gold home too."
Right.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, Nick Namath was here. He met with Gia Miller, and he told Gia that he's going to address the TNA universe next week. Okay. All right, we also have a triple threat TNA World triple threat women's TNA championship match. So you have Rosemary, Ash, and Heather by Elegance on one side. On the other side, you had the Knockouts world champion Masha Slamovich and the tag team champion Spitfire. So Cora Jade caused Masha Slamovich to lose the match. They lost. So in a shocking turn, if you just look on paper.
Cora, I'm gonna need you to slow your goddamn roll, girl.
Hey, Cora said she can challenge for those belts and stuff now. She's trying to be a problem.
That's not what I mean. I'm gonna say
enlighten us.
I'm gonna say when we get the DVD. I'm gonna say when we get the DVD.
Okay, I was about to say enlighten us.
I'm gonna say DVD. But slow your roll, Corey. Jeez.
So Josh Alexander said he quit last week,
but showed up.
But now he's here, and he's trying to say that he's missing being the type of guy he was. He parks ways with Judas Icarius and Travis Williams, the rest of the North, and they beat him up. Eric Young comes to save him, and then they have a tag team match against them next week. So now we're getting a good guy, Josh Alexander, back. Whoa, yay. That's going to be so great. We're going back to the character nobody cared about. Woo. Next, we have Moose and JDC of the System versus the Hardys. So, of course, the Hardys beat the System. No surprise there. This is guys don't even tag together. Next, we found out we get the number 23 thing, right? Sami Callihan comes out and says he wants to call out whoever's behind the number 23. So Steph DeLander comes out and says she won the Digital Media Championship in a divorce from her husband. Then she introduces us to her boyfriend, Mance Warner. He's the Southern psychopath. So
that's just cold. That's just cold.
And then we get the official liaison between NXT and TNA. Ariana Grace joins Tom and Matthew on commentary for the next match. And this is a match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. We have Fraxium versus the Rascals.
Who you think won?
Fraxium wins.
I asked the question for you. Who you think won?
Fraxium wins.
At least this time they ain't getting into a singles match beforehand this time.
Mike Santana says that Josh Alexander passed the flag to him when he beat him, and that he's the new standard bearer for TNA, and he wants the TNA championship. Mustafa Ali comes out to interrupt him and says that he's signed with TNA, and his sights are selling the TNA World Championship as well. So Mustafa Ali is back. He signed a contract. He's TNA. Tessa Blanchard, 1/2 of the. Never. Should I go there, or do I keep it? Do I keep it nice tonight, Playmaker? You let me know.
I want you to keep it nice tonight because we got a lot to get through.
All right. What can I say?
They're not so pleasant, Tessa Blanchard.
The person that doesn't really like people that look like me and Playmaker, and some of our audience, they're not so pleasant. Tessa Blanchard, the undeniable diamond she calls herself, is bad. She says she's always been destined for greatness. And then she says she's back on top of the Knockouts division, and she answers to no one. Which is probably true because, the things that she gets away with, crazy work. All right, TNA World Champion Joe Henry versus Matt Cardona. Cardona beat Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry beat Matt Cardona. My bad, y'all. Ryan Nemeth came out, and then also JBL came out and clotheslined him to HELL. And he won. And he clotheslined Matt Cardona with a clothesline from Heck. Let's say clothesline from Heck as well. So interesting thing going on with what's happening with JBL. It looks kind of like he's just a championship defender. I don't know. Weird, but that's going on. So that's TNA for you this week. Next week, Nick Nemeth is going to kick off the show. Mustafa Ali is going to be in action. Wesley is going to take on Ace Austin. And we're going to have the Northern Armory against their former leader and Eric Young.
So Wesley picked their draw up off the ground?
Probably taped it back on because of the way Obafemi hit it. It's pretty
I'm talking about him.
I mean, not Obafemi, Trick Williams, my bad. Trick Williams slapped everything out of him. His soul is gone. His soul left his body the way he got slapped. His soul just said, float on, and left.
To be honest, there's only one thing I want to talk about when it comes to AEW, but since I didn't, have time to catch all of the programming, I'm pretty sure you got more you want to say about AEW.
Actually, sir, I'm just going to hit the commercial breaks, and there's really only one thing I want to talk about.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
I believe we're on the same page.
Because it's funny that it was called Homecoming when it happened.
Yes, sir. All right, so Cole Johnson hops in. Ooh, what up, Cole? Our resident bad guy, Damien, says, JD, you had one job. Darn it. Somebody owes me $50. Laugh out loud. Well, Damien, it ain't my fault. I ain't even gonna do no whole lot of talking. I'm gonna let them talk for me in 2 weeks on the field. And after that, I'm gonna say what I got to say. Because what's the point of me talking right now? We there. There's 30 other teams that want to be there. And they just gonna run them out.
The main man said the job is not done.
Yeah. We're gonna make the main thing the main thing. And the main thing is the championship. Let's go. Cole says, good evening, Monarchs. Good evening, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your evening and entertain you for an hour or so here, about an hour and a half. Cole also says, TNA Tessa spoke and Hendry wrestled.
Now you can stop right there.
That's pretty fair.
I was going to say, you can stop right there because everything else is we ain't
yeah. Well, there's actually two things I want to talk about that happened within AEW. There are other things, but there's only really two things that we need to talk about. We're going to get some time for WWE because we got a lot to go over there. So we're going to do it all together. Then we're going to hit a commercial break. Then we're going to pop over into WWE. So, Playmaker, thing you would like to talk about?
Oh,
I know what
no. Oh, because I know what it is.
It's from Collision. What you want to talk about?
Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Yeah, cool's gonna talk about this."
Yeah.
So, Collision. Yeah, we're going backwards. Collision. Homecoming. Why is it called Homecoming? Because here in Duval County of Jacksonville, Florida. And what is the main takeaway from Collision? One word. Timeless.
I made the speculation a few weeks ago that maybe this was part of a bigger plan. Kind of like a throw-off thought. But boy, was I right. Good job, Tony. Good job.
Timeless Tony Storm is back.
This was
and guess where she's at? The number one contender for the AEW Women's World Champion.
And she even let Mariah May beat her down before she went ahead and let her know what's really, really good.
Had Mariah May look like she saw a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. You just love it.
So Mariah...
But not the fact that she said she's going to whip her tits off. I'm like, we got to go that far?
She had to go that far.
Jeez.
That's the one who slapped her own mother to beat her. So, you got to go far for her.
Yeah, okay.
She also said she birthed her, so she was going to snatch her and put her back where she came from in the womb. She also said that.
Well, I was thinking metaphorically when she said that, but you're right. There might be people out there who actually believe that crap.
Yeah, it was metaphorically that, and also metaphorically ripping off her tits. She's not going to actually rip her tits off.
But, good to have a timeless. Good. See, the word is timeless. It never ends.
The timeless cakes have returned. No longer covered and hidden. They are free to flow. The timeless cakes. Thank you, Tom Star.
Oh, that was just great. That was just great. And for now that I'm talking about it, I do think part of one thing that happened on Dynamite, I do believe, did we get new tag team champions?
That's what I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
So, everyone knows I'm a big Hurt Syndicate fan. Definitely am. And early in the show, they didn't even make it like a main event type thing, which was fine. Early in the show, we got the jam. We hurt people. And then we got, oh my, is that Private Party? And that was the moment when I knew that one of them was getting hurt. Trying to remember which one of it is that got hurt. Well, I'm trying to remember the name of the one that got hurt. I think it was not Quinn, but the other one.
I was just going to say, you sure you want Isaiah Cassidy?
Hey, or whatever. Yeah,
Cassidy?
Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah. I was trying to remember. I think he called himself Zay now. Or Cassidy. They keep like,
yes, because
but
my best friend name was Zay, Zay, and they called him Zay, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's Zay or something else, but basically you got here.
Let's just say it's no longer a private party. Let's just say that.
And they do hurt people in Private Party. Zay was one of the people that got hurt. And then after that, it was just a matter of time before Quinn lost. I mean, they tried to make him look good by himself, but I mean, even together, they should have lost the match. But this was an interesting take for the Hurt Business, because I figured they would beat them, but I didn't know who the tag team was going to be. Because my thought was maybe the tag team is going to be MVP and Lashley, maybe MVP and Shelton Benjamin, maybe Lashley and Benjamin. But the moment that I realized it was going to be Lashley and Benjamin, I'm like, they are definitely taking those championships. Like, there is 1,000% chance that they're taking those championships. And they did take those championships. But there's one other thing that actually was interesting. We finally got Kenny Omega and Real Ospreay on the same page. They just had to get beat up twice in like 10 minutes to do so, but good job. They're on the same page.
Not beat up twice in 10 minutes.
I did exaggerate quite a bit. Jeff Jarrett's going to fight Claudio Castagnoli next week. If Jeff Jarrett beats Claudio Castagnoli, then he becomes the number one contender.
Did you really say?
I don't understand how that works.
My bad. You're doing your job, but if.
Yes, sir. And Julia Hart is back. And
she's back, and she's back, but she seems more devious now.
Yes, they're no longer the Hounds of Black. They're now the Hounds of Hell, because
a certain person who has the name Black is no longer there.
Yeah, officially, Aleister Black is now gone, so they've renamed themselves No Leaders. It's just the Hounds of Hell, or the Hell Hounds, because they did trademark both names, so that's what they are now. Very interesting.
I mean, Brady Murphy can come back too, you know.
Brady Murphy is back.
I'm talking about coming back to the other company.
Yeah, but not right now, because he's the one that found for Hellhounds. So I don't think he's planning on coming back. I think he's like, let his woman do her thing over there. I think they're going to climb up over on this side. Because, let's be honest. Everybody in the Hounds of Hell can have a championship real easy. even Julia Hart, they got like 4 women's championships, and they got like 20 men's championships, then they got tag team belts for the men too. Like it's 50 people that can have championships. So I mean, they'll all get championships pretty quick.
If you count Mercedes Moné, that's about 8 right there. She got 4.
Well, Moné only got 1 that's AEW though.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual AEW Ring of Honor championship. They already got 50 of them.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, but if these other companies gonna let AEW stars when they own belts, might as well add it to the collection.
Right. So yeah, that's our AEW talk for the week. Very abbreviated. Not a lot really happened. It wasn't bad, but it was more like building. And I would be remiss to sit here and spend another 5-10 minutes talking about building. We got a lot.
You don't gotta worry about it because we get when is Australia? That's all.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's not this week, so we'll twerkulate on that once we get there. But for now, we're gonna take a commercial break here, good people. Shout out to Real Wise Radio, where you can hear us live right now. Shout out to the Playmakers Sports Blog, where you now can hear and see us. Of course, Shady Sports Network, and of course, at Real Play Callers. There will be more new developments coming soon, good people. There's more in the works. There's always something in the works. But for now, it's time to hit the commercial breaks. So it's time to get to it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers?
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan, join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings
for Gerald. With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
All right, good people. So we're back and plenty of time. Plenty. P-L-E-N-S-T.
All right. As we hit the comments, I need Cole Johnson to the front of the room. I need Yolanda Williams to the front of the room. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot to be said in WWE, but let's get to the comments first.
Run it. All right, so Damien, there's always got to be one. Says, calling it now, Jordan Grace winning Royal Rumble. We'll talk about the Royal Rumble in a few minutes. But here's what it is. Cole says, AEW, Tony Storm went timeless. The Hurt Syndicate got gold again. And Candyman is still doing some mind-bending blow.
Not mind-bending blow.
Works for me. Damien says, I can't wait for this Taker JBL crap is over. It's starting to get stale like the Detroit Lions saying that this is their Super Bowl year.
Hey, JBL was somewhere else too, you know.
The JBL Taker. So Yolanda says, so NXT is going over to TNA now.
It's vice versa. It's both ways.
Yeah. They have a partnership.
Official partnership.
Yeah, official partnership where their people can appear on each other's shows. Officially official. Cole says Tessa Blanchard, aka Whitey Girl. I was going to be much worse than that, but we can go with Cole. Damien says at least there are more NXT rosters showing up on TNA shows and not the same person. Very true. Damien says, question, is it me or should Mike Santana came out and save Josh Alexander instead of Eric Young? It's just you. Then he says, I bet Liam Cone was at Collision.
Hey, we need to find somebody to work with Cone to properly how to say Duval. Okay. Heard the press conference. You didn't. We got to work on it. Okay. We got to work on it. You ain't say it correctly.
So Cole says, and Tony Storm needs to take that timeless gimmick to the WWE. Candyman talked with his dealer and said he put the AEW Women's Championship back on her. If Tony goes to WWE, they're not going to let her be timeless because she did that somewhere else. And the only person that they allow to bring over gimmicks is Cody Rhodes. But it would, I mean, if they would allow her to do what she wants to with it, would be good. But you know, WWE, even under
Hunter,
there's no color. There's a lot of restrictions on what you're allowed to do. Just saying. Yolanda says, so I missed Collision then because I didn't see that, but I need to go back and fast forward until that part. Yes, Yolanda. That would be a very good idea, actually, to fast forward to that part. And if you see the promo for the Hounds of Hell, that's an interesting watch too, but not much else happens. But not much happens on Collision. Damien says, I'm going to miss Rockstar Tony. Damien, Rockstar Tony will always be there in your heart, sir. Always in your heart.
Well, Rockstar Tony only worked in NXT, okay?
Yeah. Damien says they got Diddy on national television. Laugh out loud. Damien. Damien also says AEW has more championships than the Lions. Man,
One that's not funny.
AEW has more championships than all of NFL history. That's a lot. Saying a lot. Cole says, you mean Paul, Mr. Colorblind Levesque. That's one way you could put it. Yes, sir. You're being very PC tonight, sir, and thank you, because My mind is not in the PC era right now. And I will say this. Tessa Blanchard gets on my nerves because I know the type of person she is. But she has the nerve to have cakes, and I have to look at them. Darn you, Tessa Blanchard. Darn you.
And Cool McCain pops out in the left field. It's not the kind of swing he wanted to swing for, but hey, sometimes you pop him up and you're out.
Yes.
So sorry, I had to get you back because you threw that one out of left field, so I had to get you back real quickly.
It definitely came out of left field. It definitely came out. It just popped in my head.
That is not the way I thought he was going to introduce the case tonight.
It's not the way I thought I was going to introduce him either, sir.
Now, the crazy thing is, speaking of cakes, you want to know how Monday Night Raw opened up? Rhea Ripley, your WWE Women's World Champion, making her way to the arena, and she gets beat up by Nia Jax. That's how we're going to kick off Raw.
Emo Cakes was not having it, but she was there. And I was not mad.
Still don't explain to me why she is beating up. What show is Nia Jax officially on? Because I'm starting to see her twice a week.
Well, this is the transfer window. And apparently you don't transfer yourself, you get transferred. Or at least in some cases, you get transferred.
What I'm saying is I'm seeing her twice a week on my TV. That's not supposed to be the case.
Yeah, how many times basically does she have to? How many times does she have to talk to one show or the other before she decides where she's gonna be at? Yeah, I feel you.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But all right. Now let's get to business. Jay and Gunther, they had a fiery promo on Monday night, sir. A fiery promo from their match before Saturday night's main event. And dare I say, Jay Uso won the promo battle?
Yes, he did. That wasn't main event Jay Uso. That was Bloodline Jay Uso.
I mean, hey, Gunther came out swinging. And then Jay decided to hit a home run like he was a Philadelphia Eagle. But that's all y'all do is hit a home runs, which is ridiculous. And then we get to the New Day. They finally get back into the ring. Kofi Kingston against Rey Mysterio. After the fact, they tried to bribe JBL with $2 to be their acolyte on commentary.
And then took the $2 back. And then took the $2 back.
Hey, you know how bad it is? You know how bad it is for the New Day? Everybody knows how JBL feels about Rey Mysterio. And guess who he wanted to win? He wanted Rey Mysterio to win. And guess who won? Rey Mysterio won.
Yes, it did.
Now, I would say this. Dom didn't get it from all different angles. New Day's getting it from all different angles. When you can't
New Day has united the locker room. Everybody hates New Day.
When you can't get JBL on your side, I don't know what to tell you. JBL ready to go for the man who retired to him and who he can't stand just to watch y'all lose. That's terrible. That's just terrible. Now, at least the Dallas crowd allowed New Day to talk because every other crowd that was in front of them, they couldn't get a word in. But Dallas allowed them to talk.
Yep.
Now, how did you feel about the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn promo?
It was a different way to show Kevin Owens as delusional. So I'm with that, right? Because he's clearly a very delusional individual. But it was
not at that moment. He
wasn't
delusional in that moment.
Well, he was delusional because he still believes he's going to win the championship. No question. That's the delusional part.
I mean,
he believes there's no way he can win the championship.
If you don't believe, then you will never do it. So, I mean,
but you're not even saying, he didn't say, like, if I beat Cody Rhodes, it's when I beat Cody Rhodes. Like, he is convinced himself that he's going to beat Cody Rhodes. He's also really convinced himself that the Winged Eagle Championship is his.
I love Sami was like, all right. I know it's Sami. Okay, so how you want to do this? What you talking about? You don't think I'll be paying attention? You've been taking out everybody that's been involved with the bloodline. We ain't even get to me yet. And Carol was like,
yeah,
that's just who you are, Sammy. You are a very, very unforgivable person. So I get it. I did the things to you, you forgave me. Roman did the things to you, you forgave him. Clean slate. That's pretty much what KO was saying.
Which is honestly delusional as well, because your whole thing has been getting rid of the bloodline. Everybody held the bloodline, but your buddy gets a pass. How you get a pass?
Because when Kevin Owens did the same sort of slight things to him, same forgave him.
I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense in the storyline. It doesn't. I understand why they're doing it. I completely understand, but it doesn't make sense based on the character you've made Kevin Owens out to be.
So we got word that Bayley transferred to Monday Night Raw. We talked about that last week. Mm-hmm. But she did take an L in her first match back on Raw to Nia Jax. What the hell of Roxanne Perez, by the way?
Yep.
I gotta say this too. If I'm gonna get on Nia Jax for being on my TV twice a week, what's up with Bayley and Roxanne Perez? This is 3 times a week. Well, now it's gonna be probably 2 times a week now. Now that's official that Bayley's on Raw. Don't get me wrong. Looking at Bayley, seeing the cakes, no problem. But at some point, I need some time. Same thing with Roxanne. I don't need to see y'all on every freaking WWE programming.
Yeah. Agree. You do need the absence makes the heart grow fonder when it comes to cakes. So seeing cakes 2-3 times a week doesn't make it as exciting when it's like a one time you know this is it thing.
So yeah, hopefully we can get this transfer portal clamped down here as we go into the Royal Rumble. Because seeing the same people on different shows is not working. All right. Notice you only seen Cody Rhodes on Raw that one time, even though he'll be on Raw tonight. But there's a reason why he gets a pass tonight, because it is in his hometown. So you did it with Bayley when Raw was in San Jose. You did it with Rey Mysterio when SmackDown was in San Diego. You can do it with Cody Rhodes. That's all I'm saying. This is the one time my co-host should let Cody Rhodes get a pass. All the other ones I agree with. This is the one time you let him get a pass.
You can have a pass. You can have a pass.
Penta and Pete Dunne had a hell of a match. Hell of a match. Bruiserweight against Lucha Libre. Very physical. Very physical. But, y'all know who was going to win this match. Penta. They ain't doing nothing with Pete Dunne. They have nothing for Pete Dunne. So why should Pete Dunne win? We are in the Penta era. Do we have any number for Ray Felix? Oh, that's still up in the air with
Phoenix is still part of AEW.
I'm saying, did we have a number on that though?
No.
No,
we don't know what they added because they're making him do all his time for when he was injured. So we don't know what the number is.
All right.
I did look into that. I haven't found anything definitive yet. If y'all know anything, light up the comments.
All right. Now I'm going to make my co-host laugh. Not happy. Laugh is two different things. Damage Control beat Peace FC. Dakota Kai and Io Sky defeated Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Even with Sonya Deville at ringside.
Yo, what's crazy about that is Io Sky and Shayna Baszler actually have cakes. Right? It's kind of crazy to think about.
You ain't know that about Io Sky? I follow her.
I did.
I follow her on Instagram.
I said Io Sky and Shayna Baszler have cakes.
I don't follow Shayna Baszler.
I wouldn't follow Shayna Baszler either, but I'm just saying she does have cakes.
Out of
I
the
have
three,
to be fair to all the cakes.
Out of the three, I'm following Zoe Stark.
That's fair. Zoe packing a little something. She got some cupcakes back there.
But yes, I knew that would make you laugh. Saying them three initials and them losing again. Which is crazy. That's crazy. And then Seth Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre. I mean, Drew is not happy about that loss. Seth Rollins bounced back from his loss to CM Punk to beat Drew McIntyre. And then I said Drew McIntyre was not happy at all. He tried to beat up Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn came to the rescue until he Helluva kicked Seth Rollins by accident. And that's how Raw went off the air. Interesting to see how, if those two was to meet tonight, see how that interaction will go.
Yep. Excuse me. Agreed.
Let's move on to NXT.
Let's do it, sir.
Oh, and shout out to our brother Waz at Healthy who was in the chat. Good to see you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Actually, my favorite before we get to NXT, there's a lot of comments going on right now. Let's get to these comments.
You know me. This is where I sit back. I'm just the operator. All right, let's slide back up here.
I enjoy the interaction.
Ooh. Okay, Cole. I might go with this one. I'm an emo cakes guy for real, but goth cakes. We could give emo cakes to somebody else, and we could go with goth cakes. I think I like that. So you mean Rhea Ripley, aka Goth Cakes, got beaten down by Nia Jax, aka the Cake Factory. Ooh, I like the Cake Factory too.
I thought I gave that to Bailey, but
I'm just calling Bailey cakes. Those are just Bailey cakes. They in their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They could be BBL, not be, but whether they are not, are lovely to behold. When she runs and jumps, I doubt a BBL has the type of flexibility, but I've never really looked into it, so that may be possible. Daniel says Nia Jax was traded to Raw. She said it the week before.
I don't remember that, but you could be right.
I don't remember it, but maybe she did.
Now, a lot of transfers happen.
But even if she did, then why is she always on SmackDown? So it's still the same. He's still he's still right. So let me take a breath for this one. Unfortunately, Jay still took that.
You know, you can always send that graphic to us. You know that, Cole. You can send it to us.
I like the Vince McMahon L too though. That was fun. And then he says,
I like the Vince
says,
McMahon fight. You're fired. That's what I like.
I like that too. Cole says
the stale.
They need a new member badly. The two of them suck on the mic and charisma wise. They are charisma vacuums. Damien says, I kind of wish JBL showed up in his Taker gear at Raw. Laugh out loud.
He was gonna be on commentary. Why would he do that?
Yeah, he can't be Taker beat. He can't be JB Taker on there. Cole also says Sammy ain't getting no pass. I can see Owen snapping, doing an unhinged attack on his best friend sometime next month. Next month, shoot, next month, as soon as he don't win the Royal Rumble or don't win the belt of the Royal Rumble. War Hero 99 says that's why the draft exists. Yeah, but they're doing this thing because of
Netflix.
They're doing this transfer window thing. So
because of Netflix,
maybe they're not even gonna have a draft this year. You really ain't gonna need it after you've already done this, but we'll see.
Good old Netflix.
Yes, sir. But War Hero, we appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. 100.
Go and keep the comments going too.
Wise, says Stuck in My Mind podcast. Good evening, my brothers. Good evening, big bro. Glad to have you in the comments, our brother. And BS3 with morning shift of Cole Johnson.
Cole.
The number on Ray Phoenix being AEW is how many lines Candyman can snort in a year. So we got a couple of years left by days then, huh?
Jeez.
Ooh. Be 2 or 3 years minimum before he can get that in. If that's the thing. This is so very fitting, bro.
Ching ching.
This is so very fitting. So we will now and forever and always refer to Shayna Baszler as Fruitcakes.
No, you can do that. I'm just gonna call it Shayna Baszler.
Well, I'm talking about me and Cole. You know, you don't even get into the cake thing like that with us.
Nah.
Fruitcakes.
Only when I need. Only when I need to.
The Cake Factory and Fruitcakes. Hey Cole, I'm rocking with it. I like it. I love it. Got to keep it going. Wise says AW has lost so much steam. They really have. They really have. He also says WWE is kicking your ass all over the place. Left, right, up and down, front, back, and side to side. Damien says, no, I'm going to get heat for this, but it's a good thing Lyra won the IC title because Dakota Kai's out with an injury again. I mean,
I didn't hear anything about Dakota Kai being out with an injury.
I ain't hear anything else about being out with an injury, but I will say, heat, because it's not, we know what Hunter was going to do. I didn't want him to do that. I wanted Coco to get her a belt. Miss Coco ain't had no belt, but I knew it was going to happen. We already saw the blueprint with what they did with the United States Championship. They weren't going to deviate from that plan. Because one thing about Hunter Hearst Helmsley, he don't deviate. Yep. So, why I say shout out to my brother Cole Johnson? You absolutely. And then Cole responds, "What is up, Wise? Good to see you, bro."
So Dakota Kai won't be making it to the Rumble.
Cole says, "I'll send that one to you, Playmaker."
And stop right there because I don't want people to realize what happened on SmackDown yet. I'm gonna get there. Wise jump the gun.
All right. Can I go to the one below that, though?
Yeah, you can go to the one below that.
Wise says, congrats to Cool and the Eagles. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks to you, though, because the Giants are the real MVPs in all this for us.
I'm not going to do it because Cole Johnson knows how I feel about stupidity, and the Giants is on that list. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not going to let people say nothing bad about the Giants for like 3 years. So y'all going to leave the Giants alone.
NXT. Because one thing I do know, Cool McCain ain't gonna stop me from saying anything.
I'm just playing anyway.
You ain't. I know you ain't gonna stop me. So
yeah, it's the Giants.
Tony D'Angelo defeated Rich Hollins to retain the North American Championship. Remember, I said I need to know who's on what show because Bailey, Julia, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, all did promos and they all got into a fight. This is what I'm talking about.
I just want to say to you, Mr. Playmaker, in the middle of your talking, I am not the censor around here, okay, buddy? Carry on, sir.
They're saying this is what I mean. Just saw Roxanne and Bailey on Monday. We just talked about Cora Jade being on TNA, and all three of them on NXT having a brawl.
Yeah,
we don't need all this.
They on that Cody schedule.
Like, what are we doing? Slow it down, lady. Slow it down. That's why I said Cora J, slow down. You picking a fight with Marsha Summers in TNA, and now you trying to help back up Roxanne Perez against Bailey and whoever want to be up beside Bailey. Right now, it's the NXT Women's Champion Julia, which is not a good idea for you. Because now you fighting two champions, which both of them can kick your tail. So, Cora, slow the hell down. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we ever mentioned this, but Lexis King is the Haircuts champion, and he successfully defended the cup last week on Tuesday.
Oh, we mentioned it.
You mentioned it, okay.
Yeah, we mentioned it. We mocked it then. We don't have to remark it. We already mocked it.
Cole Johnson, I hope you're listening. Cool McCain, I hope you're listening. Petrovic defeated Jada Parker. Why? Why? Because Kalani Jordan got involved. Now we have a problem with Kalani Jordan and Jada Parker. So we went from Cole Johnson's favorite against one of my favorites in Lola Vice to now Cole Johnson's favorite against Cool McCain, one of Cool McCain's favorite.
So I just want to say, I don't care who wins this little mini feud. The winners are the people who enjoy watching Miss Parker and Kalani Cakes cake up and cake out for matches and promos. Interests and all that. That's who really wins. And I believe Cole Johnson would agree with me 1,000% on that.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Everything you said, I agree with. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, though.
As long as you agree with that, anything else could be the problem.
Here's the problem. We talking about two lovely females, caked up, cake out, that both are on losing streaks. That means somebody losing streak is going to continue, and it's not going to be helpful whatsoever.
Well, they could have them fight other people first, because they like to do that sometimes, and then they can both get a win, and then somebody could just lose. You know what I'm saying? To alleviate the continuous losses.
That's it.
But that is a valid non-caked point.
Just saying.
I was looking at it from the side of the cakes, but that is
I know you was. But got to bring it back to reality here, and it's like they both on losing streaks, and we got them two fighting each other. Like, what did we do to deserve this?
I gotta say, sir, cakes are reality at all times. Cakes are always reality. I'm just saying.
The sport side of reality.
Okay, that's fair. Cakes are still reality.
And Kalani Jordan has this new attitude now. Well, I'm gonna say have a new attitude. It's forming a new attitude now. She's starting to take no BS from people, which might be a good thing in the long run. But I will say this, Kalani, you and your boyfriend, y'all not having fun times right about now. And I'll be getting to a boyfriend in a minute. Wesley So you heard us talk earlier about that I asked did Wesley pick his jaw off the ground because Trick Williams slapped the hell out of him in the locker room. And then proceeded to do it again after he won his match. I forgot against who. I forgot the guy's name. Dante? Is his name Dante? I think his name Dante.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat Dante. And Trick Williams did come out and slap the hell out of him again. And then toss him out the ring. Which them two will be fighting tomorrow down in ATL on NXT. So Wesley finna get his butt kicked again. And a big match. Anything you want to say?
When you run your mouth, this is the result of running your mouth. Wesley ran his mouth, and he got dealt with.
Just like him. Jeez. I don't know if I can call him after once I say this. I don't know if I can call him after this. He gonna have to earn that back from me. Good gracious. This is terrible.
I mean, you're not wrong. Definitely not wrong.
And of course, we know how that was going to end. Let's just say the NXT championship was on the line, so you know who won. The ruler. The ruler finally got rid of Ada Thor. So Ada Thor, you can go back to being whatever you was before you got into the main event picture.
Nothing.
And he means nothing. All right, let's get back to the comments before I go to SmackDown. Jeez.
All right, let's rock it. So, are we good to do the comment from Wiles now? You still want to wait?
No, still gonna wait because that jump was funny when it happened. It was. I was like, wow, him did it again.
Damien says, I mean, technically, PFC should change their name to Pure Fruitcakes. Laugh out loud. Damien, you're teetering that line. Not going to say I disagree. I'm going to say you're teetering that line. Yolanda says, yes, let's talk about my chocolate, Oba and Trick. My meat chocolate. She says, excuse me. Let's talk about my meat cakes, Oba and Trick. Laugh out loud. I mean, I can't be mad at I can't even say nothing. I can't be mad at
you. Why you think I didn't say nothing?
Meat cakes, okay. Wise says Trip slapped the spit, but he didn't say spit, out of Wesley. That man had to have some loose teeth after that. Damien says Jada Parker already getting punished. But is that what's really happening? Or is it just never mind? Sorry. They needed to stop right there. Wise says they're hating on my Jada cakes. And they are Jada triple cakes. He got 3 cakes there, and they are Jada triple cakes because those cakes are protruding. So we got Tony Clown Khan says, ladies and gentlemen, I have an important announcement. And then he says Ryan Reeves is all elite. Oh boy. I'm not messing with it. But I enjoyed Tony Clown Khan. Thank you for tuning in, my good man. Yolanda says, man, I laughed so hard at that ish.
It's Wesley getting slapped by Trick Williams.
Yes. Wesley getting slapped by Trick Williams. And then Yolanda says he sold the H out of that. I don't think he sold it. I think he really got slapped that hard. But he might have sold it. If it was a sale, it was a great sale. It was a great A sale. Damien says, I still don't get why Wesley not getting that NXT title push. He deserves more than what he is getting. So, I agree. I'm going to just say I agree.
You agree?
Okay, so she says beef cakes. I said meat cakes. Excuse me, beef cakes. Apologies, Miss Williams. Beef cakes. I will use that correctly in the future.
All right. Friday Night SmackDown. George Tessitore got to interview Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. when you get an interview with Joy Tessitore, you in for a good one. Very good interview.
It was.
Very good interview. Motor City Machine Gun defeated Pretty Deadly.
Shocking.
I'm a steal something from Cole Johnson. When of them two nitwits gonna wake up and see what's going on?
What's it never?
Jeez. We got to see the Miz on SmackDown. And I was like, why is the Miz on Friday night SmackDown? And then, Nick Aldis told him that, oh, you got transferred to SmackDown. And then Miz messed around and spilled the beans that another set of people was transferred to SmackDown. The Wyatt Six.
Well, they had said that already on Raw last week.
I missed that part, but
yeah, that's it on Raw last week.
So the Wyatt Six and the Miz on the blue brand. Kurt. First of all, the Miz on SmackDown. Okay, that's pretty much where the Miz became the Miz. To be honest, it is on SmackDown. So,
can we talk about the other thing that happened with him, even though it's not chronologically in order? He went to get
he went to A-Town. He went to A-Town Down Under, talked to them. Pitched a very good thing. The whole build them up, put them in the movies and all that. And then Nick Aldis came out of nowhere and said, A-Town Down Under got transferred to Raw. You're going to Raw. They thought about it and it was like, we're going to Raw. Yes. So be prepared to see A-Town Down Under, maybe not next week, but a week after. They are on Raw. You try to talk to Andrade. Andrade says, I got somebody I need to go talk to. Whatever that meant, we shall see. But yes, night one for the Miz. Not good luck. Not so good luck.
Didn't work out too well for him, for sure.
Now let's put a smile on my co-host face. Now, when I say smile, I don't mean that smile you just saw. I mean a real smile. Meacham and B-Foul defeated Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
So,
by the way, before you Meacham pinned the United States Women's Champion.
I just want to say B-Fab is just maybe cupcakes, but she's just a gorgeous piece of woman. Also Meechin, gorgeous piece of woman, very well endowed. Not in the cake department, but very well endowed for those who understand what I'm saying. Chelsea's caked up. And we'll just stop there.
He gonna stop there. I'm just gonna say Piper Niven has been. I need to find the right word.
That's why you go ahead.
Piper Niven is being stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. She's being stupid.
There you
she
go.
looks
That'll
stupid.
work.
She's acting stupid, and it's because she's hanging around Chelsea Green. Let's just call it what it is. I don't care if you're my United States Women's Champion. You have bring Piper Niven's IQ down a whole nother notch.
We can rock with that.
I'm sorry, but truth need to be told. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, as the Queen had another video package where she says she will officially return at the Royal Rumble. And she got a different look. I forgot to mention that part last week. She has a different look. And it's a more queenish look at that too, to be honest. And maybe that's who Andrade said he need to go talk to. Maybe he need to go talk to his wife. That's probably what he had to go do.
Possibly.
So Carmelo Hayes. I can't no longer call him because he ain't hemming right now. He did that talk with Nick Aldis yet again. Nick Aldis said, well, I just got somebody transferred from Raw to SmackDown. You know, you can fight him in the ring if you want to. It's like, you know what? You put this on me again. I want to see him face to face before I go to the ring to let him know I'm going to kick his tail. Okay. So that's that. We get to our next match. We had Tiffany Stratton go to the ring. They do some talking. Pretty much about the Royal Rumble. And the winner can choose her, whoever the case may be. Mommy showed up on SmackDown to remind Tiffany, you ain't the only women's champion in this company. And that the real prize for winning the Royal Rumble is fighting Mommy at WrestleMania, which I have no objections to whatsoever.
No arguments at all.
And then Nia Jax on SmackDown showed up with Candice LeRae saying she's going to win the Royal Rumble and all this good. You remember last week we said we don't even know who's in the Royal Rumble because nobody announced it. Now all of a sudden everybody started announcing themselves in the Royal Rumble.
They were listening. They were listening.
Funny how that works.
They were listening.
And then our tag team champion Kate showed up. And they both declared themselves into the Royal Rumble. And they both did the whole thing. But if I don't win, you'll win. And if you don't win, I'll win. The whole thing. You know how tag teams do. And then out of nowhere, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez showed up on SmackDown. And then Liv Morgan says she's going to enter the Royal Rumble and win. 3 ladies from Raw showed up on SmackDown. We got one, we're going to say it's a tweener because she showed up on both shows. And Damien says she's supposed to be on Raw. We don't even know because she still showed up on SmackDown. And Nia Jax. And then all hell broke loose because Mommy. Remember what you said about Wesley? You don't know that you don't think he sold it, but if he did a hell of a job. You said the same thing about Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley because good gracious. Either that headbutt was so vicious or Liv Morgan sold the hell out of that.
I agree.
If you didn't watch it, go back in this. That was damn. That's all I can say. Just like you, Ron Simmons. Nevertheless, we have a 6-woman tag team match. Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Candice LeRae against the tag team champions. And Mommy, Liv Morgan pinned Bianca Belair. That's the best way I can leave it.
Are they protecting Raquel Rodriguez because of her condition? Why are we not seeing more Raquel Rodriguez in the ring?
That might be the most noticeable thought.
Yeah,
because we rarely see Rodriguez in the ring. And by the way, Rodriguez is part of that group too because he is a pretty woman. Time to make my co-host laugh and make some people laugh. Apollo Crews defeated Johnny Gargano.
Talking about people getting slapped. Johnny Gargano sold a couple of slaps. Some slaps too.
How about that one? Apollo Crews got a dub.
In the words of The Rock, finally.
LA Knight defeated Tama Tonga. I'll get to the other two combatants when we get to Saturday's main event, which we finna get to very shortly. Remember I said Carmelo Hayes was waiting to see who is going to fight. He wasn't going to go to the ring like he did last time, and he found out he was fighting Braun Strowman. So after the Apollo Crews and Gargano match, the new transfer to SmackDown came in, and you want to go ahead and put that comment up that you've been waiting to put up?
Sure, sir.
And then you want to know who walked into the room? That would be the Punisher himself. One, Damian Priest. Damian Priest is officially on the Brew brand, and his first match was against Carmelo Hayes. And you can guess who won that match. Pretty much treated as Damian Priest was debuting on SmackDown. So you know who won that match.
Anytime there's a debut, you know who wins.
After the backstage, he was walking around and he ran into the undisputed champion. Or should I say Universal Champion? Cody Rhodes shook his hand. And as Cody Rhodes walked away, you let him know. See you soon, champ. Could we be seeing Priest and Cody Rhodes in a storyline down the road? It's a very good question.
I would say that there's a high probability that that's going to happen.
And then what I didn't mention earlier, Kevin Owens came out and started trash talking Joe Testoso because he interviewed Cody Rhodes and didn't interview Kevin Owens. Big Jim came out there, said you talk too much, and slapped the taste out of his mouth. We set up the main event on SmackDown where Kevin Owens defeated Big Jim in a very hard physical fault match. Kevin Owens tried to go for the package power driver on the announce table that's unbreakable right about now. We still haven't seen that announce table broken yet. Until Cody Rhodes came out to make the save. Cody Rhodes yet again doing the right thing, as always. And then we get to Saturday night's main event. Not that many matches took place at Saturday night's main event, but we did get to see some lengthy matches, I will say. Very lengthy matches. We kicked it off with Mommy Rhea Ripley defending her title against Nia Jax. Mommy won, but Nia Jax did look good. It was a slugfest. Matter of fact, this whole title night you can call a snobber knocker, in the words of Jim Ross. But that's what Saturday night's main event was. Do you agree? It was a snobber knocker of the night. We got to see Braun Breaker retain the Intercontinental Championship over Sheamus. All these matches was physical as hell. That's all I can say. You can just pick one match that you liked the most, and nobody should even argue with you because every match was physical as hell. Braun Breaker and Sheamus beat the hell out of each other. They actually made us think Sheamus was going to actually capture the Grand Slam title for how that match was going.
That was a banger.
We finally did get those contracts signed for our Royal Rumble ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Only thing it took was Shawn Michaels to be there. And for Kevin Owens to be stupid enough to get Sweet Chin music by Shawn Michaels.
He's not your boy toy.
So there was one takeaway from Saturday night's main event. I put it in the chat. Jacob Fatu is officially a fan favorite now. He destroyed the monster all monsters, Braun Strowman.
I feel like destroyed is putting it too nicely, but
they're saying destroyed putting it too nice. Good gracious. Annihilated.
Feels a little bit more like what happened.
And the San Antonio crowd chanted Fatu. That's why I put the comment. That's why I put that comment in the chat. They chanted Fatu, and they chanted for him to do another moonsault, which he did on Braun Strowman. So officially, Jacob Fatu is a fan favorite now. The people have gravitated to Jacob Fatu. And now there's no more hiding him now.
He's going to be
It's
a
time to put-
dastardly favorite, though.
Jacob Fatu is in the spotlight now. That's all I can say. And then we had the World Heavyweight Championship on the line between the Ring General, Gunther, and Jey Uso. And let's just say this, even though my co-host and I, we know who was going to win, even though we would like somebody else to win it. Let's just say the Ring General, he better put some respect on main event Jey Uso's name tonight. That's all I'm going to say. Because the way he looked after that match, he know he could have lost that title.
He got took behind the wood shit. He didn't expect to get took back there, but he got took behind the wood shit.
He survived.
He did survive.
But he better put some respect on Jey Uso's name. That's all I got to say. So that was your Saturday night's main event. Another successful night. 2 for 2 with Saturday night's main event. Don't know when the third one's going to be. Hopefully they'll give us some time before they throw the other one out there. But now we get to the Royal Rumble preview.
Well, we'll get 2 more this year, remember, because it's 3 a year.
I know. I said, hopefully they give us some time, though. They just don't throw it in there.
They should be every quarter. But
Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I'm just going to speak for both those people. Let's pick the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, to win. And Kevin Owens become more unhinged as it is already. This should be an interesting match. The WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line between DIY and Motor City Machine Gun. But there's a caveat. 2 out of 3 falls, sir. So you need 2 falls to be claimed Tag Team Champions. What are you feeling?
I still say DIY got to keep them because I think they lose them to my boys when they come back with the swag like nobody can. Because that's who they took the title shot from.
They did take the title shot. Yeah. That's a good point. I wasn't even thinking about the Street Profits.
You know, I'm always chessing it.
Hmm.
Even when I'm thinking about cakes, I'm still chessing it.
Yeah, actually, you made me flip. I was going more to see the machine gun, but I'm going to flip with DIY now. Yeah, I'm going to need my boys to get that title shot that they never got.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
No problem, sir.
Now, just to let y'all know, we only got 4 matches for the card. Only 4 matches thus far. So, whatever happened this week, you might have a couple of matches added because we talking Royal Rumble here.
Yeah, they do like to do that last minute ad stuff now.
All right, sir. We're gonna begin with the. Actually, they both interesting. To be quite honest with you, I don't know which one could be more interesting. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, but we're gonna start with the women.
We know who wins the women's.
You get 2 choices, sir. You get 2 choices.
One of them has to be Charlotte Flair because she always wins. So one of them's got to be her. Richard Fleer's daughter is going to be one of my options. I'm going to go with Naomi for my other option because I think we're going to find out that Naomi was the bad guy. And Jade might be back for this.
Of course, I'm going with the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
That's what really gonna win it. So the other person is just,
But just in case that I might be wrong on this one, if I had to pick somebody else, okay. If I had to pick somebody else, I could see Nia Jax winning.
She's not like most girls.
So those are my two choices.
She's definitely not like PFC.
On the men's side for the Royal Rumble, CM Punk is number one on my board. And if it's not CM Punk, whew, if it's not CM Punk, it's gonna be Drew McIntyre.
So here's my other issue, right? We don't know all the people for men or women, so we're grasping based on who we know at this time. Could I change my pick for the women?
Go ahead.
Jordan Grace is going to be my second. I'm kicking Naomi out, and I'm going with Jordan Grace. Yeah.
Okay.
For the men,
You know what? I take my second one back. Now that I've started playing it in my head, CM Punk or my tribal chief Roman Reigns.
I have to agree with you. I mean, I would probably put them in the opposite order, but the same two people. Like, if you look at the storylines going into it, there's nobody else that's in a major storyline except, and this could be wild, Kevin Owens, I believe, is going to lose, and I think he's going to end up in the Royal Rumble. Maybe he goes completely unhinged and wins the Royal Rumble because he is just fuming at the fact that he lost to Cody again. But that would be like my shocker pick. I still would replace one of those first two with him.
Man, I gotta go Roman or Punk.
Honestly, I go with Roman first, and I think that we get a swerve, pun intended. Roman decides that now that he's going to be on Raw, he's going to take Gunther's championship, and he's going to reign over Raw. I'm waiting for that move to happen. This might be when that happens because we know he's going to Raw because that's what Netflix wants. I don't know why WWE is playing with us. We all know what's happening, WWE. Stop it.
All right, let's get out of here as Monday Night Raw has officially begun, which means the go-home week for Royal Rumble has officially begun.
Make sure you tell people before they may know you, before they may not. Come check out your peoples. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you have not. Make sure you're on the Playmakers blog, checking him out. Make sure you're on at Real Play Callers. Make sure you are on Shady Sports. Shout out to 502 Angel Radio and where you have caught us live on Real Wise Radio. And there's more coming in 2025.
Oh, and by the way, Damien, Cena's in the Elimination Chamber, so he's not winning the Rumble.
Yep. I do want to say BFAB does have legs for days. And then Yolanda says beefcakes, and she says she thanks Cole for that. I'll throw those two up there real quick. There's a couple of other comments from Damien, but Damien will be fine if we just wait until next week. He'll give us some more outrageous and egregious comments. Make sure everyone remembers it's never where you start. It is always where you finish. We will see you next week. And your Monarchs are now sitting back on their thrones and enjoying Monday Night Raw. Nothing else to take our attention away except for college sports, basketball, but they don't really take our attention away from, you know what I'm saying, Monday Night Raw like some other stuff does. So we out. We'll be back next week. And you never know, somebody might pop up as a surprise. Yeah, may not. You never know. Around these parts. We out.